So class, this is relationship between zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. So till now, before this one, what we have done till ninth class, we have found so many factors, right, of quadratic polynomials, of cubic polynomials, right. Now again we will do the same thing, but here we will try to establish between the relationship between zeros and the coefficient. Till now we have not done such type of experiment. So today definitely we will try to learn this particular experiment here. So first of all I will take you to the known part. What is a known part here? First of all we will do the factors here. So what is the possibility? The middle term splitting for the square case. So 12. So I will take 4 and 3 because middle term we have to split accordingly. So it is 4x plus 3x minus 2. So 2x, 3x minus 2 and plus 1 I will take common, 3x minus 2. So it is 2x plus 1 and it is 3x minus 2. Right? Okay. Now we have two factors here. This is the one part. Now, in ninth class, we also have found what is the zeros of this particular polynomial. How can we find the zeros? So we know that if you want to find the zeros, we will make this 2x plus 1 equal to 0. So x will be this one, and in the same way, we can find the second zero also. So this is the first zero and this is the second zero of this polynomial, right? Now, this is till ninth class we have done. Nothing new. These are called factors and these are called zeros, or we can see the solutions, roots. Now, okay. Suppose this root I am taking by different name and this root I am taking with a different name. Suppose this x I am supposing it is alpha and this I am supposing it is a beta, because in this case, because both are different, the x value is minus 1 upon 2, here x is 2 upon 3, because both values are different, that is why we are giving a different name, alpha and beta. It is very famous for this chapter. So alpha plus beta, suppose I am doing alpha plus beta, so what we will get here? Minus 1 upon 2 plus 2 upon 3. So if you take LCM, so it is 6, right? So minus 3 plus 4, it is 1 upon 6 we are getting, right? Okay. Now if you are doing alpha beta, then minus 1 upon 2 into 2 upon 3 and we are getting minus 1 upon 3, right? Now what is the connection of these particular relations with the coefficient? This one is the topic, relationship between zeros and coefficient of polynomials. On what we have done till today, first of all we have found the factors, then we have added and subtracted both, multiplied both. Now see what I am trying to do now. Alpha plus beta, we found it is 1 upon 6 and alpha beta we found it is 1 upon 3. Now you can see what is 1 here. If I compare this one with this one, it is what? It is somewhere, we can say that it is minus, suppose I am saying it is ax square plus bx plus c. So what is b here? Minus 1, and what is a here? 6. So it means it is like this. Can we write like this? Minus and 1 minus we have put from our side, it is already plus right now. But we have converted each numerator and denominator according to the coefficient. Because here this coefficient is in minus, so we have to take in minus. So again we will put here minus to make a balance, so that the effect can be 0. So you can see here minus, what we will write here, coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square, right? Now second case, there is no 3, you can see here. So how can we connect with this? But yes, this 3 can be converted into 2, so it means we will multiply here by 2. So minus 2 upon 6. Now check, this minus 2 is the coefficient of, or you can say that constant part. It is a constant part upon and coefficient of x square. Now students were thinking, is it true for all type of quadratic polynomials? Yes. I have given you, this example. Through the one example I have shown you, but yes, it is true for all. It is true for all. It means, suppose you are having any type of polynomial and I am having alpha and beta are the roots, then I can write there alpha plus beta is equal to coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square, right? So this is the one thing. Now suppose I am having one polynomial. How can we apply this particular relation to solve the questions? Which type of questions will come? Okay, suppose I am having, for example, this one, x square plus 7x and plus 12, for example this one. The question is, verify the relationship between the zeros and its coefficients, right? So what you will do? Suppose I am saying, okay, let the roots of polynomial be alpha and beta. For example, we have supposed alpha and beta, and we know that if alpha plus beta, so what is coefficient of x minus coefficient of x is 7, and what is the coefficient of x square? It is 1. So we have applied the same thing, right? Now we will see that alpha beta. What is alpha beta here? What is alpha beta? Constant is here 12 and upon 1. So this is from our side, which we have proved, right? Now what we will do? We will do the factors of this given polynomial first, right? And try to find, are we getting the same thing? Alpha plus beta and alpha beta is correct. If we find the actual root of this polynomial, then okay. So we will do prime factors, middle term splitting here. So 5 and 2, 4 and 3, because 7 is here. So x square plus 4x plus 3x plus 12, x plus 4, 3, x plus 4, x plus 4 and x plus 3. And what are the roots here? X is equal to minus 4, in this case minus 3, right? So one will be alpha and one will be beta. So if I use this one, so minus 4 minus 3, what I am getting? Minus 7. So it means it is correct. If I do the product of both of them, it is 12. It means we have proved that this alpha plus beta will be minus b upon a, and alpha beta will be c upon a. This is the universal truth now for quadratic polynomials. Is it clear now? Okay. Now I want to tell you the general form, because this is I have verified with the help of example. But how can we write in a general form? Because that is also very important to note it. So what is the general form of quadratic polynomial? We have discussed in some previous videos also. Ax square plus bx plus c, right? What is a, b, c here? A, b and c are constants or any real numbers, and x is a variable. And let alpha and beta are the zeros of polynomial, right? So alpha plus beta, what it will be? So we will write here coefficient minus, we will use minus here, coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. So what is coefficient of x here? Minus is the related to formula, and b and upon a. Minus we are taking in formula. So according to the formula we are taking this minus, and here we are taking plus according to the first verification which we have done. It will be constant, and no, in both cases denominator is same, so it will be c upon a, right? So this is the general relationship, general form of relationship between zeros and coefficient of polynomials, quadratic polynomials, right? Now what is cubic polynomial? Cubic polynomial means there are three factors, means three zeros, right? So in this particular question, factors will be, I am writing the factor directly. You can, you know how to divide it. First of all, we will do hit and trial. Then by hit and trial, we will divide. Like for example, I am taking the one value of x here. X is equal to minus 2. So what we will do, x plus 2 is one factor. So x plus 2 by x plus 2, we will divide this whole polynomial. We will get in quadratic form the result, and we will do again the middle term splitting, and after middle term splitting we will get 1 upon 2 and 2 upon 3. So now 1 upon 2 and 2 upon 3 and minus 2. So there are three roots of this polynomial. So we will use here, till here we are using 9th class method. You can see the previous videos which is related to polynomial. In that video I have explained you how to find the zeros of cubic polynomial. Now but here we have to verify how these roots are related to coefficient. So again, in quadratic, what we have done? We have done the sum. So here also we will do the sum of this. So what we will get here? 6 is the LCM. Now it will be minus 3 plus 4 minus 12. So it will be minus 15 plus 4. It is minus 11 upon 6. Right? Minus 11 upon 6. Is it correct? Please check. It is 6 to the 12 and 3, 2 to 4, 2, 3, minus 3. Minus 15 and minus 11 upon 6. Right. Roots are correct, because I am thinking like roots I am getting minus 2 and 1 by 2 and 2 by 3. Sorry, it is positive. So I got a mistake here. How I got the mistake, I will tell you. So this value will change now. Now it is correct. So here I have done the sum of roots. Sum of roots. And what I am getting here, you can see minus. So minus, and what is coefficient of x square upon coefficient of x cube. You can see. So it means the sum of roots is equal to what? Minus of coefficient of x square upon coefficient of x cube. Now, if suppose product, I am doing a product. product of roots. So it will be 1 upon 2, 2 upon 3, minus 2, 2 cancel, what is left? Minus 2 by 3. So minus 2 by 3, how can we get it? Because we are not having 3 there. So what we will do? We will multiply by 2 so that it can be a 6. So it is minus 4 upon 6. You can see there. Minus is not there. 6 is already in plus and 4 is already in plus. So it means minus. How can this minus come here? It means it is the formula. So minus we are using as a formula, and it will be constant term upon coefficient of x cube. Means denominator part is same here also. In quadratic we were using the coefficient of x square, and in this case we are using the coefficient of higher degree. Actually we use the coefficient of higher degree in the denominator. Now which type of, now what is left? We have taken the sum, we have taken the product, but there is one product of two roots and then sum. So it will be 1 upon 2 into 2 upon 3 plus 2 upon 3 minus 2 plus 1 upon 2 into minus 2. So here we are getting 1 upon 3, here we are getting minus 4 upon 3, and here we are getting minus 1. So it will be 1 minus 4 and minus 3 upon 3, 1 minus 7 upon 3, it is minus 6 upon 3. So it is, you can see here, if I multiply by 2, so it is minus 12 upon 3, and you can see minus 12 is there. What is minus 12? Coefficient of x upon coefficient of, sorry, it is 6 x cube, and here we will not use minus, we will use plus. So first we will use minus here, then plus, and then minus. So you can see the order. We can do first this one, then this one, then this one, so that you can see the order of changing of sign also. Minus, then you will see this one plus, and this one in minus. So we will do the sum of all roots, then the product of all roots, then we will take a product of two roots and then sum. So here we have taken the product of two roots together, and then we are able to find the relationships between coefficients and zeros, right? So this is all about the cubic polynomial and quadratic polynomials relationship between zeros and coefficient of polynomials, right? Now class, I am taking you to general form of this cubic polynomial. So this is the general cubic polynomial. Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, and alpha, beta, gamma are the zeros of the polynomial. So we know that the sum of the roots is equal to the coefficient of x square. We can write here coefficient of x square upon coefficient of x cube and minus. And here if we are taking 2 together, so it will be coefficient of x upon coefficient of x cube. It will be constant minus, we will take here constant upon coefficient of x cube. Okay, so we have till cubic polynomial such type of relationship. We will not search for relationship for biquadratic. So I think in the next video we will do the exercise questions and some extra questions if possible, and definitely you will be able to understand all the concepts deeply there. Okay, thank you class.